So I thought I'd change up the format a bit today. I still want to keep the daily Minecraft going on in the background, but I want to try and record something in post because the amount of effort that it takes to actually play the game and talk about it at the same time is very high, and there's some serious conversations that I'd like to talk about. I don't think I could do both at the same time. So let's just get started. So the question being asked is, what are your ideas for new mods? That is not an easy topic to think about. Anybody who actually sits down and tries to make a mod or a project of any kind, your brain starts working on the idea that you've had and it generates all these things to go out with it. See, video games take a very long time to make, and mods are basically small video games or large video games. I think some of the Minecraft mods are larger than some of the oldest video games, like not just NES games, because I'm sure almost every single Minecraft mod that has any kind of content with it is going to be larger in file size than an NES game. But a number of these are so complicated and so involved that if you just took some of the basic things out of Minecraft and added the mod, it could very well be its own game. Like, there's a game called Reactor Idle. Reactor Idle is based on Industrial Craft 2, but not the entire mod. It's only based on the reactor simulator. And this applies to pretty much any mod. You get Twilight Forest, that's an entire dimension. There's fighting, there's quests, there's a whole progression system. And most of the mods start looking like new games. That's part of what makes Minecraft so interesting, so vibrant. When you add enough content in here, you don't just get the base game, as nice as it is, you get miniature games that you can put into your game system. Like, there's a lot of server mods that also run in the background where people just join and they get on, say, the Hypixel server. And they go over to the Skyblock, and Hypixel Skyblock is not like a normal Skyblock world. You get your Skyblock, you build it up, then you wander off into the town. The town has quests, you've got gathering, you've got more progression than you can shake a stick at. It's basically a full game on its own. And that just is one part of the Hypixel server. So, all these things, you build up the individual games. It also takes a very long time to make any of these. Tinker's Construct, not counting any previous versions or skill building or anything unrelated to the mod, it took a year and a half to make. Let me repeat that. It took 18 months of constant work and diligence, 8 to 10 hours a day, maybe 5 to 6 days a week, just making tools, making a crafting area, making the smeltery. In fact, the smeltery itself took 2 months to build, 4 more months to debug, and then it just took the rest of the time to try and get it working with the rest of the mod, to actually get the bigger tools built up. So whenever somebody asks, what kind of ideas do you have for new mods? It took 6 months to build the smeltery. The amount of content that a creative person can generate in 6 months is roughly 1,000 times as large as this individual smeltery thing. That's why there was so much time and refinement put into this one smeltery block. Because just for the smeltery itself, there was an idea where you could get your ores, you crush them down, you got bits, you toss them into the smeltery, it all melts, you've got this layer of liquid metals like iron. And iron has bits of rock and debris, and it all ends up as slag. Then you pull out your iron, you got the slag left over. You take out the iron slag, pour it into another place, and this other place has slime in it, so you can combine the slag and the slime, like wash it And you do this a few times. A lot of that is just cut content for the smeltery because it's somewhat of a realistic crafting system for refining ores, but at the same time, it's the fantastic element of the slimes. And I feel like this idea, I cut 80% of the smeltery when I was making it. That says nothing about the things that didn't get made. I wanted to go make a bunch of mods all together. I like building complete crafting experiences. I was gonna have an experience where you make some tools, you get your smeltery, then you make some mechanical power, you combine the two of those into steam power, get your steampunk airships going, and then you can fly across the world and rule the whole thing. Go find the Tinker Society, and with your great tool smashing powers and your lovely tinkering, you open up a portal into the Tinker Dimension, which did not get made very well at the time. But this is a grand idea where I made just the first third in Minecraft. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I have a broken heart. Minecraft is a game that I loved. It was absolutely wonderful. I could make whatever I want in it, just make the game systems that I wanted to try and become the game itself. And then Minecraft 1.8 happened. The Tinker's Construct mod that I had been working on, that I was going to turn around, retool, and convert into this whole idea of full-size smeltery with all the crafting systems, with the mechanical power, and the Tinker Society. 1.8 broke that in half. 230,000 errors trying to port the mod up to a nerve version. 230,000 errors is impossible to deal with. So I quit. I completely quit Minecraft modding, and it's only recently that I've gotten back into anything resembling Minecraft. Heck, after 1.8, I didn't touch Minecraft with the 10-foot pole because I just didn't want anything to do with it. I was absolutely devastated. The game that I had worked for a year and a half just trying to make the best thing that I could, it wasn't worthwhile anymore. It was done with me. I wasn't done with it. There was no way that I was done with it. So I put it all aside for a while. I met some friends, my life got turned upside down, and here I am again, trying to piece things back together in a way that actually makes sense. So, when people ask about future mods, I'm not working on future mods. I have some different ideas in mind. This project has recently taken over my life. This project is the reason why I can't seem to actually do much on a timescale that makes sense, because I'll sit down and I'll record a video, or I'll try to go stream, and then, oh, I've got a mushroom. Oh, I've got another mushroom. Oh, I've got a third mushroom. Okay. Oh, this all works, and it's all been working for a very long time, but it doesn't really work right. Let's make it work good. So let's take the animations and make a proper animation system out of here. Oh, mDiyo doesn't look right. I put myself in the game as a joke, and this is a joke that's going way, way too far. This is a buggy thing too, but last week I couldn't show this off. It was completely unmanageable. Everything was all kinds of in a weird spot, and trying to chop down a tree, that just wouldn't happen. This looks weird as heck right now, but this is a tree that I can say is reliably chopping down properly, which is not anything like I could have done. So instead of building mods, I want to build games. Not just one, but a series of games where I start off with something and I build on it. And then I take the pieces that are good out of that game and I build on it some more. And for the first one I put out, I just want to make sure that all of the systems are intact. But that means I have to work on animations, I have to work on player character and enemies. That means I need to have tools working properly. The HUD has to work right. The lighting has to work. There's crafting in here. I can walk over to this, open up the tool station, make myself a wooden sword, and even though it's on the wrong Z layer and behind everything, I have a wooden sword. If I want to make something with oreberry bushes, we have berry bushes. Yeah. If I want to make something that involves a day or a night cycle, I still need to have some kind of lighting system set up. And even though it's not going properly from place to place, it still goes from dawn to day, and the berry bushes grow. It takes a long time to set up all of these systems, and trying to do this in Minecraft, I don't want to do that anymore. There's just absolutely no way. No, Minecraft broke me, and I want cake. Delicious cake. Spiky pits, trees. This tree took forever, and how about I just jump off of a cliff for all of the effort that this is taking? Oh, well, that's fine. I've tried to mod Minecraft recently. Jumping out after 1.7 meant that I wanted to come back at some time in the future because I wasn't done with the game. I'm building a full-size game experience. In fact, I'm building multiple games to try and make up for the heartache that I have from Minecraft not letting me continue my work. I tried to pick up modding again. After 1.12, I had a bit of experience with SevTech Ages. That is a fun pack. You start off with a nice goal. You have to build up your tools. You gotta progress through the ages. It's a good linear crafted experience with some branching. And then you get up to age 2 where you start getting the tinker tools, and that broke me. The Tinker's Construct, I'm glad it was made for newer versions, but the newer version of Tinker's Construct went in the complete opposite direction from the vision that I had. And I still don't know how I feel about it. So I tried modding again for Minecraft 1.15. You know, I pulled up the game, pulled up the code, started looking around. You gotta tinker around to see what's going on, and nothing made sense. There was nothing in there that resembled anything. Like, my previous knowledge for Minecraft code, the way it was working underneath the hood, all of the design that went with the code, it wasn't just useless. It was actively hindering me from trying to actually make anything. It was going to require relearning the entire game, and anytime that I asked for help trying to find anything, I just kept getting people like, yes, it's improved since 1.12. And this was different since 1.12. And, you know, we got SevTech Ages, which is built in 1.12. And I'm like, I stopped. I just completely stopped with the everything Minecraft. You come back later. You want to work on mods again? Looking for help for anything to actually understand how data packs, how the resource packs work, trying to read JSON files? Well, I didn't understand any of it. It was like learning a brand new system. So I didn't. I'm not planning on making any mods at this point. I feel like trying to create new mods for Minecraft is too hard. And how do I put this? It feels like my time would be better spent working on some kind of Tinker's World game, some kind of crafted experience where I could make something else. I don't even have to have the lore, the story. I can put in random internet users. Be like, I am mDiyo, I build structures. We have cards, we bring monsters in, try to defend your primary room to make sure that the entire area isn't going to explode. And then once we have this game built, it's just me at this point. But once I have this game built, I can show it off to people. I've got this engine, I've got everything working smoothly, it's going to be polished, to get people excited about this. That's going to be much better than just trying to make Minecraft mods again. So the other thing about trying to make Minecraft mods is, like, I want to make more Tinker stuff. I actually pulled up a design out of nowhere, trying to reconcile the way that enchantments work with each other, trying to make the mod that I actually wanted to make back in 1.8. There's a wonderful developer named Nightminer who is making a lot of stuff and making the newer version of Tinker's Construct, this third version of the mod. It's everything that I wanted out of it. It's just good. It is baffling how good this mod actually is now. I'm actually finding it hard to deal with because I look at the Minecraft code, I pull up the JSON. I'm understanding the Tinker's code because it's relatively well structured, but looking at anything in Minecraft is looking like some kind of eldritch horror, black magic, garbage heap of a... It's not even garbage. It's soft-coded, and my brain does not do soft-coded. The entire purpose of the way that Minecraft is going is to make it so that you can configure every little tiny detail. You can configure pretty much everything, and the time that data packs get brand new blocks is the time that regular Minecraft mods do not need to exist. I don't think that's going to happen. Minecraft is a juggernaut in the field of gaming. It's the kind of game where you can sit down, having never played a game before, you could pick it up, understand a few things, lose all of it, have to go look at the wiki, make yourself a home, get bored with it after a while, but not anymore because Minecraft is actually a game rather than a platform. But a lot of people will get bored of it eventually, then they'll start looking for other experiences. They'll either bring in friends, or they'll bring in mods, they'll go jump on a server, and a lot of servers run mods. The difference between a server mod called plugins, or a client mod called Forge or Fabric mods, or even data packs, there's not a whole lot, it's just the technology that works behind them. I feel like all of these things are converging onto a single point, and eventually Minecraft will stop updating itself. But like everything else, mods change because Minecraft changes, and Minecraft keeps changing because it doesn't seem to ever be done. It's the kind of game that can go on until the end of time, and each time it updates, it gets better. Not only does it get better, it seems like anytime somebody actually works on it, a new person, they inject their own flavor into it. We could break up Minecraft into multiple phases of how it's developed. Like early Minecraft just had basic stuff. After a while, there was a kind of rule behind it, where people were making things, and they'd either be very generic and do a lot of stuff, or be decoration. And now, with the third wave, we've got some kind of crafted experiences, something that tries to flesh out Minecraft as a world, as a game, rather than as a platform. And with Minecraft moving further and further into this game rather than platform or sandbox, I feel like mods are less appropriate. That's not to say that mods are not appropriate. No, mods are absolutely crucial to the way that this game works. There was a point back in version 1.5 where Mojang took some surveys, and 90% of the people who were playing Minecraft had interacted with mods in one way or another. Whether it was Optifine or Forge, you get on a server, there's usually mods running in the background, you don't even know. So, in conclusion, I'm not going to make any new mods. I have ideas upon ideas upon ideas, and I am taking these ideas and turning them into games. Not one game. No. Games. I'm gonna build up a small game so I can have all the systems intact. I'm gonna build up another larger game after that, and I'm gonna build up games for individual characters. Then after the whole thing is said and done, there's going to be one single game on top of it all that will be the crowning pinnacle of everything that I made. At least that's the plan. I rambled on for a long time today. There's a lot of information that I still want to talk about, and it'll probably come out more and more as these videos come out. I'm not anticipating on doing a video like this very often. I can tell you that this one was fun and interesting, and I will definitely be looking forward to doing it again if I have something that will take up a long time to process all the thoughts. So, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again next time.